everybody? It is Super Team Sports back with another video. And right off the bat, we are going to look at next year's Super Bowl odds. As you can see, the Kansas City Chiefs start off as the number one team most likely to make it to the Super Bowl next year and win. And that is because they obviously just got done winning this year's Super Bowl. So they are number one on this list. Uh, there are a few teams that are quite surprising to me. I would say the Detroit Lions at 10th is very surprising to me because while they were pretty good this year, I do not think they should be ranked this high on the list. They were 9-8. They showed that they could be a good team, but 10th on the list in front of teams like the Miami Dolphins, the Denver Broncos, the Vikings. I don't think they should be in front of any of those teams. If anything, I think they should be where I'd say where Cleveland is, if anything, or where New Orleans is, I'd say. But I don't think they should be this high on the list. Another team that is quite shocking to me is the New York Jets at 11. Now, I know they could get Aaron Rodgers, and in that case, yes, they should be there or even higher on this list. But if they somehow don't get Aaron Rodgers and they get someone like Derek Carr, then they should be way lower on this list. I don't think they are that team that can make a push to the Super Bowl unless they get Aaron Rodgers and a few other assets to help him. If they get someone like Derek Carr or someone else as their starting quarterback, or even if they go back to Wilson this year, I don't think they should be this high on the list either. It's quite a surprise to me seeing Detroit and New York both this high on the list. If that was a Super Bowl matchup, that would be absolutely insane, but I personally don't think that'll happen in the foreseeable future. Another team that I'd say is quite surprising is Denver, but not because of how high they are on the list. Obviously, they're not high, they are very low. And I think they should be ranked much higher on this list because they just hired Sean Payton and they have Russell Wilson. They are ranked very low on this list. And I think they should be higher. If anything, I think they should be where the Los Angeles Chargers are. I do not think the Chargers have that good of a chance to make the Super Bowl next year. I think they have been just all over the place the past few years. This year they blew that lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the year before they didn't even make the playoffs. So I don't know. They still need a little bit more experience before they make that stretch of the Super Bowl. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than those teams, I'd say this list is pretty fair. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's fair. Other than Minnesota, that's another shocker. Minnesota behind New Orleans. I don't think that's accurate at all either. I think Minnesota should be a little higher. They should be where Cleveland is easily. I think Minnesota, they do choke in the playoffs, and we all know that, but I don't know. They should be ranked higher than these teams who haven't even made a push in the playoffs yet. I mean, we've seen Minnesota at least win a wild card game in the past few years, so I don't know. In New Orleans, that might be because they're getting Derek Carr. I don't know. I think that's also why New York is so high on this list as well. But it's like, we don't know if they're getting Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr turned down that offer to the Saints and he just became a free agent. So that kind of makes them plunder a little deeper into the list. But New York, I mean, we'll see what happens with them. I know that they have a young team and they could make that push. We really haven't seen their full potential yet, so that should be interesting. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think this is mostly fair, and yeah, put in the comments who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl next year, and how do you think this list looks? Um, it's Fanduel, so I think this is accurate, and I think this is what everyone's currently thinking. We'll see as the season goes. But yeah, also consider subscribing, and yeah, have a good day. Thank you for watching and subscribe.